Welcome back to ADHD Whiskey. My name is Matt, and today we are buckling up. Blade and Bow. This bourbon bottle is so pretty. It's so pretty. You'll notice there's a key on the bottle. The keys represent the 5 keys that used to hang on the door of the Stitzelweller distillery. This way. Come on. Get off of there. Come on. How in the heck? Who are you? Oh. Maybe this. There we are. Toby. Blade and Bow. America. Nice. America. Toby. There's a spider in my light. Spider in my light. Okay, glass 2 sucks. Is the bourbon good? Yeah, it's actually really good. Don't even hit subscribe. Don't even hit the thumbs up. Forget about all that. Don't even leave a comment. I'm not even worried about it. Just do me one favor. Don't buy this. There we go. What I was saying was I didn't think that through. I put those there and then thought, actually, honestly, nothing. Just figured that I guess the camera would look around them, I guess. Stupid idiot me. I'll fix that in a second, but I need to get the night started. I found 1/3 of an ounce of the 2020 Mash and Drum Blendageddon Championship sample. And if you don't know who that was, it's me. How's it going, everybody? Happy Friday night. This is what Matt as a hot mess looks like. And by hot, I mean, you know, mediocre. I mean, whatever. Just, wow, what a couple days. We'll get to all that. First of all, let me say hello to chat. Then I'm going to move some bottles away from my fat face. But first, Brian was here first tonight. Cheers, Brian. You son of a bitch. Unless, of course, you don't like that, in which case, tough shit. Brian. Whiskey Central, Shayla. Smash the thumbs up button on your way in. Cheers, everyone. Cheers, Shayla. And 2020 Blendageddon winner. Oh, smells like victory. Gold medal. World record? It smells really good. Wish I could recreate that, but I can't. Can't do it. Let's move some stuff out of the way. What am I even doing here? What the hell is even that? Stay in the middle. Got a couple of these. Get out of the way. There we go. I am what some preppers would call unprepared. And that is okay. It's okay. It's been a minute since we did any live streaming up in here. Last week it was about 11 p.m. Eastern time, and I realized that I wasn't live streaming. And I didn't tell anybody I wasn't going to be live streaming, so I felt bad. Apologies for that. Is there any other? Yep, that's in my way. That's okay. We'll get through this. We'll muster. We'll manage our way through it. let's put on, you know what? I'm going to say hello to everybody, but first, let's put on some music that really, I don't know, maybe will calm me down a little bit. Who knows? Nah, none of that'll do it. None of that'll even do it. What's Tiger Blood? That sounds nice. That was weird. Just listen to that.
And it's a ticket talking market for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. And it's a ticket talking.
That's enough of that, too. Matt Horn's in the house. JJ's here. What the heck is going on? Bob Balkovac is here. Mother, hello. How are you? I love you very much. Wendy Miller, what in the heck is going on? Wow, Whiskey Central just talking with Matt Horn. Blibbity blah. 5 fingers. High five. Psh. Right back at you. Christine Vasco. So nice to meet you last weekend. Zen Boot is up in the mother. Horses and Bourbon. Hello. Your hat is probably now worth $7 since everybody signed it. Nice to meet you. Brewmaker. What the heck is going on, Ernie? Brigham Ernie Brewmaker. The Bourbon Boss Man, not to be confused with the Big Boss Man, because kind of like the Big Boss Man, except I think the Big Boss Man was probably more intoxicated when he wrestled. Oddball with 3 D's and 3 L's and 2 balls says, oh, wow, total coincidence I'm here. Haha. What's going on, Oddball? Nice to see you. Dana Blanco, Matt. Hello. Duke McHale, cousin of the great Kevin McHale. Give me a second. What? I thought of it. My brain's functioning. It's functioning slowly. It's processing on Windows 95, but we're still here. It's 3 a.m. here, and I am watching a video about whiskey. When I don't drink whiskey, great stuff though, Matt. Oddball, that is an oddball thing to do. But I love you for it. Where in the heck are you that it's 3 o'clock in the morning? What in the world? Thank you for watching, though. Dave Markowski, Michael S., Coin Sense and Nonsense is here. Greetings to all. Mike Check says, yeah, I screwed that up. Spencer Snell is up in here. Will Henderson, the one, the only MVP. 3 years running now, I think. Mr. MVP, Will Henderson. Saucy Shane getting saucy. Robert E. is up in this B. 4-Leaf Whiskey, good luck to you. Shelby Strunk is still strunk from last Friday. What's going on, Shelby? Daniel Kerber, the Kerbinator, everybody. Uncle Robbie. He's a good uncle. He's a good uncle, that Uncle Robbie. Jamie Hall says, Matt for president. I'd be bad news bears. But you know what? Screw it. Let's do it. I need a running partner. Sean. Let's blame everything on him. 100%. Holden Kirkwood is here. Trenton Fettig. No audio? Well, we fixed it. We're a little, no sound. I made a lot of really funny jokes when I was muted. So, my bad. Nice. Laugh out loud. Nice fence. Just a fencer. I'm a fencer guy. In front of my face? Yeah, I did that. That was my bad. Hector Torres, what's going on? Ashley Gasser, you son of a bitch. Cheers, Ashley Gasser. Oh, wow. What was that? Oh, never mind. That's something I did that blended together. Little tannic on the back end. Ooh. A little woody, a little tannic. That was good up front. Not as good on the back. Surprised that one. Oh, yeah. Wow, that's a woody bugger. Speaking of woody buggers, Ashley Gasser and her fake husband Derek, spelled completely wrong. If there ever was a misspelling of Derek, he's got it in his name. D-triple-E quadruple R-E triple C double K underscore exclamation point capital F lowercase u. Just spelled wrong, Derek. We'll get to that too. Remind me to talk more shit about Derek and Ashley. Kashiel Undead Origins leg. That's a nice name. Had some Sugar House Rye tonight. No sugar tonight in my rye whiskey. No sugar tonight in my tea. Or wait, I should have said whiskey second. I don't know. Jack Wiedemeyer, what's up, brother? Julie L's in the house. Thomas Ray, your rare character Rye is awesome. Thank you so much, Thomas Ray. I'm actually going to start the night off with a little bit of a one-on-one, a head-to-head, a bourbon skirmish. Rare character Rye versus my Nulu Rye, because I don't know which one is better, so we're going to figure it out tonight. Todd Byram is up in here. Paul M., what the heck's going on, Toronto? Kevin Freiheit. Hi, Matt. I'm glad I found you. Me too. Me too. Now, don't let me get lost again. Charlie Segola. Dennis Treisch is up in this beat. Tiger Thick brought me here. Yeah, music. Yeah, science. Ophidian's here. Pigfoot 75. Nick Foles. That's the one. Right. I know Nick Foles would like that one. So, where's Waldo? Derek Matt. Old Man Joe. Bubble Bath Bourbon. Blah, 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 Tony H. All right, that's enough. This guy got to get to the bottom eventually. Jay Porter. Beth Porter. Duke McHale again. You know, now I'm doubling up. Dan L says, I'm great. I don't even know. You know what? I try to make these things at least take 10% entertaining. But after watching Dan and Julie last night, what's the point? What's the point in even trying? Blake Benson, legend, absolute legend is here. Dan and Julie are basically, I don't know, the best, the absolute best. Jimmy Durr up in her. What the heck's happening? Tony H. We're going to get to the bottom of this list so quick. Actually, we're not. Ed Williams. There's so much going on here. I'm just going to the bottom. We're just going to the bottom. We got to, or we'll never get started. I'm too slow. I can't read names that fast, Jeremy Hedman. Big Daddy's up in here. Okay, I'm at the bottom. If I missed anything super important, retype it because I'm at the bottom now. Big Daddy says, my last name is Gasser, but we pronounce it Gasser. What the heck? I don't know how they pronounce it either. But they are what some people would call a fake couple. Derek and Ashley knocked me and an Independent Joe out of the cornhole tournament. Were Independent Joe and I playing great at the cornhole tournament? Some doctors would disagree. 4 out of 5 dentists would say no. We weren't playing great, but they were, unfortunately. They're Mr. and Mrs. Smith. They were con artists, just working people over. They took my wallet and gave it back to me. No money in it. They took all my money, all $14. So enjoy your quarter pounder with cheese, Derek. Fly Fisher's in the house. Hey, Matt, my 29th wedding anniversary is Sunday. What bourbon is designated for 29 years? Designated 29-year bourbon. That would be 100% for sure. Four lucky sevens. 7, 14, 21, 28. And then something aged for a minimum of 1 year. That'll get you to 29. And probably pretty slammered. So there's that. Congratulations on your 29th wedding anniversary. That's incredible. Tony Bag of Donuts is here too. Hi, Matt. You wonderful son of a bee. I'm about to get slammered on some Coy Hill. Oh, and the Bourbon Wrench sent me. That Trev Wilson. What a guy. Thank you for the super chat. Paul M says Roads. Just adding a name because you can't say hi to 300 people, says Honest Charlie. Honest Charlie is absolutely right about that, honestly. Tim Guthrie's here. Z-Man, the man. Women of Whiskeys is here. Hello, hello. Hollywood. Todd Pachalaka. Todd Puchalski. Longtime subscriber, first-time chatter. Cheers. Cheers, Todd Pachalski. Nice to meet you. Jeremy Hedman. Cheers. Cheers to you, Jeremy. Knob Creek 18, where and when? I saw that, and I'm interested. Hopefully they're widely available, and I can get my hands on one. Will it be or won't be great? Who knows? I'm not sure. But what I am sure of is tonight. Before I get, you know what? I'm going to do this head-to-head, and then we'll talk about the last couple days because they were a shit show of stupidity and dumbness. But first, I need to find out which of my rye whiskey picks is better. So, first of all, the Nulu, 123.8 proof. Wow, I didn't realize it was that high a proof. The New Year, New Losers ADHD Whiskey Madness pick. America. 6 year. It's a 6 year Indiana MGP 95.5 rye. We'll go in the glass labeled N for Nulu. And then where is it at? Where did I put the big one at? How did I misplace a gigantic bottle? I guess Nulu's gonna win without any sort of. Oh, it's right here. Smart man. In the slightly less better wax jobbed rye whiskey. Okay, well that happened. Subtract a point for that. What the heck? Rare character. Get your corks and wax together, America. In the glass labeled R will be the rare character 6.5 year, 121 proof, 95.5 Kentucky rye. May or may not have been distilled at Schmardstown Schmerben Co. Uh-oh. That's too deep. That's too deep. That's going to be in there forever. They don't make tools to get stuff like that out. Not that I own. All right. Let's put it on the Julie-like wheel of confusion. One on this side, one on the other. And we spin. We spin as long as the day is long or something. It's a lot of glassware unsecured. It's a bit scary. But you know what? Who cares at this point? All right. Which one is which? I have no idea. All right. Got two of them here. Let's find out which one is which. So I got back from the Junkies meetup, which we'll talk about. An amazing time. Met so many fun people. Had a great time. Then one of my children actually they both went to gymnastics one night, and then the next morning woke up and one of them had what most doctors would call a bad infection in her hand from a blister. So a little bit of a staph infection, and we spent the last 2 days in the hospital with her. Pretty scary, but she's home now and all is good. But the last couple of days were kind of shit. So gonna unwind a bit tonight, chat with all of you fine folks, and try to just chill out a bit because I'm a bit on edge, some would say. Some would say a bit on edge. All right. I don't think I missed anything when the spin job was going. All right, let's find out which one of these is better. Yeah, one on one hand, one on the other. Hollywood, Matt, thanks for all the entertainment. Your channel's great. Thank you, Hollywood. When Hollywood tells you that your YouTube channel is good, that's a pretty good compliment, you know. Thank you, Hollywood. Hollywood, I've enjoyed some things that you've done as well. Some things are trash, absolute garbage, wouldn't recommend, but a lot of stuff coming out of Hollywood, pretty good stuff. Is it ADHD whiskey quality? I don't know. You know what? A lot of people moving, in this neighborhood just looking for a break. A lot of young talent looking for their next role. But, maybe someday that'll happen in Hollywood as well. Who's to say? All right. Spinning it and swirling it. Right hand. Rye whiskey, for sure. It is rye and it is all right. Okay. All right. Right hand. This glass. Spicy. It's a spicy cinnamon rye whiskey here. Left hand. Left hand is exploding with more nose. It is a much more explosion of nose, if that makes sense. It's kind of like what's happening here, but multiplied. Like they put, when you put the number 2 or number 3 in the tiny number up in the corner of the big number, it's like squared or or to the third power. It's kind of like that. It's like a multiple of this. Okay, so there's really, I like the noses a lot, both of them, but this one wins the nose job. The nose game, this glass. Let's go for a taste. Oh, enjoyable, very enjoyable. It was much softer on the palate than I was expecting. Much softer on the palate, kind of delicate actually, but it's like a delicate carpet, like a comfortable soft carpet that my tongue is walking on, and the floor's not even creaking. It's just nice. It's nice, not waking anybody up, but you can tell that there's a little bit of hardwood underneath, a little bit of sanded hardwood, that if you pulled that carpet up, you'd really understand, what's underneath 6 years of carpet. It's good. It's good. Left hand. Wow. Okay. Wow. That is a lot more powerful, a lot more, raisinish. There's some raisin, a little bit of, wow, that's doing a lot of stuff. This isn't, I'm wondering, we'll see here. The left hand is definitely the winner. It's just more there. Everything is just more amplified and the palate much more complex, and the finish is still going. That is, if you love rye whiskey, whatever's in this glass is just phenomenal. That's the rare character. I'm wondering, this is my thought. Well, no, there's still some in there. I was wondering if the Nulu New Losers was just like so empty, but it's not even been open that long. I prefer the rare character as far as just a blast you in the face rye whiskey. Huh, okay. I just wanted to know. Now we know. Put them together, save them for later. So, since I had a shitty last couple of days, let me tell you what we're doing tonight, folks. Folks at home. I didn't know what to do for a live stream tonight. I thought about it all day, on and off, in between doing this and doing that. And I thought about doing a blind flight of like random whiskeys that I've been sent. And I was like, I don't know. There was some just like whiskeys I've never tasted before. There's like a couple things called like Found North and Found South and stuff. I don't know. There's a handful of them. Like I could blind those. Or I could do a 4-gate blind because Mr. Bill Kavanaugh and Todd Trent sent me some 4-gate stuff, and I was like, I could do that. Or I could do a single barrel blind or this. Then you know what I said to myself, Matt? You've had a rough last couple of days. Then I said, you're right, Matt. So what are you going to do about that, Matt? And I said, you know what? I'm going to do a blind flight of some of the best whiskey, or if not some of my favorite whiskeys just here in the garage. And there will be no losers, only winners. And by only winners, I mean me. So I'm going to pour a 6-pour flight of some of my favorite bourbon whiskey. And we're just going to taste through them blindly and see which ones come out where and blibbity blah blah. That's all going to be a bunch of fun. That's my plan for tonight. And I'm sorry if I'm out of it. It's been weird the last couple days. Dual-handed SJ. You know what? Some say it couldn't be done, but then they saw me do 2-handed SJs. Women of Whiskeys. Matt, so happy to hear the family is doing better. Thank you so much. And so awesome to meet you. And geez Louise, the Davlars, freaking amazing. Amazing people. William Davlar has... I haven't met the Davlars. I've always known them in chat and everything for years. And Dan Shook always said that it's a sexy name, William Davlar, sexy name. Turns out, not only a sexy name, but sexy voice. Not going to get into his looks because, but his voice also. He could read sexual novels and probably make a pretty penny. Eric Baldwin, thank you for the super chat. Hope your weekend gets better and your daughter recovers quickly. Stress blows. I wish I could have made it to the meetup and said hello. There's going to be way more. There's going to be so many more next year and the years after. And thank you for the super chat. She's doing good. She's doing good. She's doing better. She actually ate dinner tonight, which was a huge relief because, appetite was bad and stuff. But she's doing much better. Mojo, you son of a bee. Dude. Met Mojo at the meetup, and dude is phenomenal. Just to say that. Guy is phenomenal. Phenomenal man, that Mojo. Bless ups, brother. Bogies, where are you in Colorado? My parents live in Pueblo West. We are on the western slope over by Glenwood Springs. G-Par. Love you too, G-Par. I like the name. G-Par. Quelly Walker. Love your descriptions and analysis. May you and yours be healthy, happy, safe, and have all you need. Thank you so much, Quelly. I could get into tasting notes and flavor. I just wanted to taste those two side by side because I haven't done it yet. I don't know. I think tonight might be a night of great pours blind and see. I don't know. We'll just have fun. We'll just chat, have fun, and just taste some crap. You know what I mean? Plum Nums. That's a sweet ass name. Says yes. Will there be a turkey involved? Okay, I'm probably way behind now. Logie Bear. That's a nice name. Just got a bottle of Kellyman 16, and it's so far the best bourbon I've had. Still gotta love my rare breed though. Yeah. I love aged bourbon like that. I like that age range of bourbon. It's so good. Christine Vasco, Matt, it's your live. Live it up. Great meeting you. Christine Vasco, you're a blast. You and your hubby, friggin' blast. Had so much fun. It was like a long, short weekend, if that makes sense. Like long days of just going. But then it went by so fast that just over before you knew it. And back on airplanes next to people who don't give me the armrest ever. I need to get more, what do you call it, assertive? I need to take an armrest for the brother. I need to just take it. But I feel like I'm already just big enough, taking up too much space. But next time I'm taking the armrest. What did Phil Collins says every now and then need to follow your heart. Drink where the spirit leads you. Good choice for sure. Do I have any Garrison brothers? I have I think like their regular bourbon, the boot bottle. I was gifted that. That's the only one I have. I've tried a bunch. I've tried like the Bella Maria or whatever that's called. I think that's what it's called. That one I think was really good. Tried the Cowboy Bourbon. Cowboy Bourbon? I don't know. I think the Bella Maria is my favorite. Obviously, it's the most expensive. I tried the Honeydew stuff. I'm more of a honey don't on that one. Not a huge fan, but some people love that. I don't know. Texas whiskey, it's a bit too flavorful for me in some ways. I'm sure I'll get to finding some of the Texas whiskey I really enjoy though, eventually. Christine Stevens. Hi Matt, I am too obese and love I too am obese and love whiskey. My best to your sweet girl. Christian Stevens. That's fun. Thank you so much. I lost a little bit of weight this time on the airplane. Guess who fit into the seatbelt? Not going to complain or not going to brag, but I fit into a seatbelt now. So there's that. That's a plus. I have 6 bottles I'm going to pour into this blind flight, and let's do it and do it right. First of all, I need somebody to write these down because I'm not going to do it. And if I don't write them down or you don't write them down, then we'll just eventually remember them together. We'll have to rewind maybe. In glass, that's B. Maybe we should start with A. In glass A will be Lucky 7, the proprietor 14 year, America. It is barrel number 7, 118.6 proof. Is this the best 14-year proprietor that I have? No. But those ones are close to empty. And I want to taste this one against other stuff. So 14-year proprietors in glass A. In glass B will be Buck Hunt, Bourbon Junkies, America, Stag Junior pick in glass B. 135.5 proof. That is a big buck. A 12-point buck, you could say. Where do we got here? That's F. How did we get to F? C, in glass C, will be Kentucky Owl Bourbon Batch 10. She's running low. America. Ooh, it's a dry cork. Kentucky Owl Bourbon Batch 10 in glass C. Perfect. In glass D will be Kentucky Owl Bourbon Batch 9. Even lower. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Come on, cork. America. I made it. I think I might have to finally actually give this whiskey a score on a bottle kill or something, because it's, well, yeah, it's time to either kill it or transfer it. Yeah, she's about there. Owl 9 was in D. Then, swirl job. Glass E will be the Mash and Journey Old Forester pick. I love this. This is a great single barrel. It's a bit of an underdog because I don't think this is aged as long as the other ones, but super good. America. Glass E, the Mash and Journey Old Forester pick. That's a huge porter. Pour some back. Oh. Nailed it. And then an F is the bottle I just got from Dan and Julie, the Four Gate Indiana Foundation 10-year, batch 22, America. It is 108.8 proof. So this is the lowest proof of the bunch, the Four Gate, but 10-year MGP. So it's got to hold its own, right? Actually just tasted some Backbone Bourbon single barrel picks, some Backbone Bourbon samples, and I believe that I will have an 8-year Backbone Bourbon pick. It was good. It's very good. I just had to taste through it for 3 days just to make sure that I loved it, because it's very oaky. And I was like, is this too oaky? And then I'm like, you know what? It's not. Because I haven't really done an off-profile pick. It's like, if you like oak, you like it. I just got to email Backbone and tell them, actually, let me do this. I'm going to spread them out. Spread them out. This is probably a terrible idea. If all of these break, then I owe myself money. I don't think they'll break, though. This will be fine. This will be fine. Have I ever broken a glass on the Julie White Wheel of Confusion? Yeah. Microphone fell off. Tonight's just going to go rough. It's fine. Giving it the old spin J, the old S job. Not trying to get moving too fast, because that's how I broke the last glass. All right, now I'm going to take them off randomly. Put them all in the middle randomly. Random, middle random. Spin around randomly. And I'll assign numbers to glasses randomly. Where do my numbers go? This is bad. It's a bad live stream already, guys. I'm sorry. One will go here. 5 will go there. 6 will go here. 2 will go there. 3 over here. This is what happens when you just want to have a fun blind flight. You just put some of your favorite whiskeys in it. Some of the best you got. All right, so we have randomly assigned numbers to glasses and glasses to asses. So 1, 2. This is so much fun, this wheel of confusion. 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we won't break anything tonight. I think this will work just fine. Glass number 1. I'm way behind in chat. Oh my gosh, my chat, like, it didn't stick. It like went, son of a bee. It went with me here. Daniel says cowboy is his favorite. I can't remember what the cowboy one was. I can't remember which one the cowboy one was off the top of my head. Like, what made that one? I don't even know what any of them are. What makes any of them special? Sean Lidocaine is in the house, says, is Blanton's Gold that much better than the regular one? Yeah, I mean, it's better. I mean, is it like $50 better? Sure. I would pay $60. I mean, yeah, I don't know. It depends on what you're paying for it, right? Let's see here. Jonathan, I bought a Calumet 16 shortly after my dad passed. I'm sorry about that, dude. Jeez Louise. New to my special occasion bottle. It's a black and gold label, and I'm a huge Saints fan. So it's big game whiskey for me. Friggin' Reggie Bush. Remember Reggie Bush? Man, oh man. Sorry to hear that, Jonathan. But glad you got something to, it makes you think of him, and like not a celebratory bottle, but like a special occasion bottle. That's cool to have, for sure. Honeydew. Dustin has a honeydew. Not a fan. It's pretty honey-like, right? Paradon. Oh, I like, Parandus. Jeez Louise. It's not. Thank you very much. It's hard. I'm not even going to try. I tried and then I stopped. Duke McHale, I have not seen a sticker. No, not for that one. Gets Drunk okay. Gets Drunk says, awesome, your girl's better. I'm testing some blended getting samples. I'm sending to Jason. Any help from the best ADHD? Well, I would say know what Jason likes. If you follow along with what he's chosen to win in the past, then I would say that that's a good indicator of, where to go with it. He's going to have help with judging this year, not only in the finals, but throughout the Blend-A-Geddon experience. So it's going to be a little bit more difficult to really nail down a flavor profile, but I would say don't make it low proof. Don't make it low proof, and I would say also make sure there's a little bit of age on it. You don't want a very youthful one, and you don't want it to be low proof, because if it's youthful or low proof, it's going to stick out like a sore thumb in a bad way. That's all. All right. Glass number A. Or glass number 1, I should say. Balcones. Stag Jr. is going to hurt 135 proof. No, it's going to feel good, James. Dan L. is eating Italian ice through a friggin' Italian ice cannon or what? Nick Foles, so the Stag Jr. pick was a friend of theirs, Brandon. He was in line for the Buffalo Trace allocated barrel thing where 1 million people are in line, and then the first however many people get a pick. I think he was number 2 or something crazy. He was their friend got the pick, and then great friend was like, you know what, I want you guys to have it. And then that's how it happened. They didn't get the pick themselves. They were gifted the pick by a phenomenal, phenomenal friend. On the nose of glass number 1. Sweet and vanilla. Sweet and vanilla. I was going to go cherry, but there's not a lot of cherry. It's more sweet vanilla. Is there a banana here? Almost like so I had vanilla wafers today for the first time because I bought some for my daughter who didn't want to eat a bunch of like real food. She wanted graham crackers, and I was like, "Girl, you ever had a vanilla wafer?" She's like, "No," and I'm like, "Here, don't get addicted to these." And she's like, "Already addicted." So good. This reminds me a little bit of banana pudding and vanilla wafer. Yeah, a little bit of ice cream cone, not the ice cream itself, but the actual cone, the sugar cone. Yeah. Let's go for a taste of glass number 1. Wow. Wow. That is very unique. What in the world? That is very viscous, very it's much sweeter on the nose than it is on the palate. The palate is spicy, robust. It's like more leathery and cigar-y and like, I don't know, Old West. It's like an old Western. Wow, Clint Eastwood, that's good. I like that. Okay, that was, I should have some water. Maybe the rye whiskey made that weird or something. Where's my water? This is a disaster. I don't know how anybody watches this. 329 people, though, watching me just... It was literally right here. Interesting. That's fine. We'll call it... We'll chalk it up to bad luck. That's what will happen. Julie Leach, $5 super chat. Thank you, Julie. Nothing to say, just $5 super chat. I appreciate you. My mom's had a rough week. Well, I better call you tomorrow, Mom, to figure out what the heck's going on with you. Drums and Drams a long time ago super chatted. What the F is up, Matt, aka new best friend? Drums and Drams. Cameron, you beautiful bugger. Cameron is a great time. He's a very, very great time. He tried to ignore me and he tried to not talk to me at the meetup, but guess what? Too bad. So sad. Oh, was that? Thank you, Shayla. That's very nice of you. Appreciate it. I'm gonna put a star by it. I don't know what that does. I don't know. Can I right click, save for later? Nope, that doesn't work. I'll go back to it if I can find it. Rick Monasic. Hello, Rick. Hollywood, yeah, it's gonna be a good flight. This is gonna be a good one. Fly Fisher, this is number 1. Let's go to number 2. Number 2. Fly Fisher, hey Matt. What kind of glasses are those? These are Whiskey glasses, Viski. They are called Scotch tasting glasses or Scotch nosing glasses. They're all very unique. None of them are the same. They all are shaped differently and weigh a different amount. So if you're looking for glasses that are perfect, these are not for you. These are all done very poorly, but I like them a lot. They're heavy, and I don't know. I just like them more than Glenn's. Rick says, I have no clue what's going on. I am doing a flight of 6 bourbons that are very good to me. I like them very much. 2 Kentucky Owls, an Old Forester pick, a Stag Junior pick, a 10-year MGP from Foregate, and a Lucky 7 14-year proprietor. Jeff says he's drinking some Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel. You know what? Empty that bottle. Get it out of your rotation quickly. Wow. Okay. Glass 2 is dreamy. It is much more powerful than Glass 1. It's punching up. It's punching up pretty high. It's an uppercut. It's an uppercut of sweet oak, like blueberries, maybe a little blackberry action. Kind of like a pie. Maybe a blueberry pie, blueberry cobbler. Yeah. Cinnamon. The crust, the pie crust is legit. Wow. Glass 2 is pure blueberries. The more I smell it, the more blueberries. Joseph Brazzers, if you're watching, blueberries. Ooh. Okay. Glass 2 is more of one note. I was expecting it to dance around and impress me with its moves. I was expecting it to maybe do a square dance in a circle, you know what I mean? Maybe go out of bounds a little bit. But kind of a one note straight back. Oak, brown sugar, pie crust. Not a lot else happening there. I do like it, but I like the nose a lot more than I like the palate. Interesting. Very interesting. I do not know what the first two are. I have no idea. But I do need to find my water. And I know I had water here. I'm pretty sure that water is going to help me. What are you doing, Matt? You're way behind in chat. You can't find a bottle of water. Is it on my lap? No. I had it. Son of a bitch. If I reach down here. Oh, that's my light. Oh, I did find it though. I did find it. It was by the light. Water by the light, quenching my thirst and making my palate better for this fight. Oh, all right. That's better. That's better. Thank you for hanging in there, everybody. 321. We lost a few. That's fine. They couldn't hang. Julie, you have never had a bad live stream. That's inaccurate, Julie. And it was also an hour ago. Oh, 12 minutes ago? Matt, holy crap. Get with it, Porter. I'm scrolling. We're going to catch up here. We're going to get caught up. Bogies and Barrels is here. From the Street says Wu-Tang. It's actually a whiskey. Oh, it says whiskey. It's Bourbon Night shirt. Probably get it at, what's the name of their shop? Wow. I should probably remember this because I've only watched a million It's Bourbon Night videos. Oh, boy. They have a shop. It's called, I'll remember. Reggie Bush would have made $50 million in college with today's rules. Hells yeah. Too rich for my blood. Beth Porter, 300. Yeah, hit the like button, everybody. That'd be super sweet. Super nice of you. I'm scrolling. We're getting to the bottom here. Came for the bourbon, stay for the sex appeal? That makes sense. On opposite day? You couldn't see it on camera, Pigfoot, you liar. It's on the floor. Oh, thanks, Mom, for telling me that. Appreciate it. I'm scrolling to the bottom here. I need to catch up. Wow, that would have taken me a long time. Heavenhill17 video was thumbs up. Thank you. That sample was nuts. Absolutely nuts. Model that thing, says Pigfoot. What is the name of their store? Mr. Liquor Sipper says, I'm here for the gangbang. You're early, but take a seat. Take a seat, Mr. Liquor Sipper, and your number will be called soon. Just letting you know. I walk in just in time for accusations of lying. For shame, says Tharley87. I wonder if Tharley had 86 screen names blocked before this one, or if he just chose 87 because that was the year Tharley was born, or if Tharley chose 87 because can't think of any other reason. All right, glass 3. Yes, whiskeyambitions.com is where you get the shirt. That's a plug. and I will send them a bill for $5. Mr. Davilar is in the house. Mr. Davilar, your voice and presence is amazing. A very, very nice voice and presence. WJK, what's up, Bill? Sorry for being late. What did I miss? Let's see. Me basically struggling through the first portion of the live stream, the first hour. Holy crap, I've been at this for an hour? My bad. I decided that my rare character rye pick was better than the Nulu rye, and now we are on a blind flight of 6 of my favorite whiskeys because I want to drink good stuff tonight. Kentucky Owl 9, Kentucky Owl 10, Bourbon Junkie Stag Jr. pick, Mash and Journey Old Forester pick, Foregate Indiana Foundation, the 10-year, and then the Lucky 7 14 proprietor. And from the streets has to sit on the toilet. Well, some people have to be that way. That's all I got to say about that. Mojo wants, I want Remus 6. You tipsy yet? Oh no, I've literally just started sipping. Did you get a review bottle of Remus 6? No, I did not. I reached out to Bart. Oh, by the way, everybody, if you didn't see this, this is a little bit of a heads up. September 7th or September 9th, maybe, it's one of those days. Might want to look into it. At Bardstown Bourbon Company, they are releasing the brand new round 2 of Chateau de la Baude in their gift shop. I think it's also going to be released, distributed to other states and stuff. But the initial release date is either the 7th or the 9th, something like that. And I know that there's a lot of people who love the first one, the first iteration of Chateau de la Baude. And that's happening again. They've got another one coming. Will it be better or worse than the first? Who's to say? Who knows? But as soon as I saw that, I reached out to them and I was like, hey, can I get some of that? And they were like, well, I'm going to give you a little bit. And I was like, I need a bottle of it. And they were like, well, then buy it, bitch. And I was like, okay. So I'm going to buy a bottle of it. But yeah, the Chateau de la Baude round 2, make sure you're looking out for that early September. Thrasher is in the house. Dude, Chris, I fucking miss you, dude. Pardon my language. I love you, man. September 9th. Will this year be the last Midwinter Night Dram release? I do not know. Chrissy, don't you fib to me. You told Julie she was the best. You told Julie that it was that I was the second best. Or maybe you said she was the second best. I don't know. But thank you. Chrissy, it was nice to meet you. You and Matt. Jeez Louise. So much fun this past weekend. All right. We're on 3 of 6. Wow. 3 is... Okay, there's a couple of these that are reminding me of each other. This smells like an oaky banana bread. Like a banana bread that was baked and then put inside of an oak sarcophagus. If that's a word. For like several years and then opened and you're like, wow, it's still warm. It's still warm, that banana bread. Shout out Donna Lancor. Best banana bread I've ever had. Man, that's good. That smells, okay, glass 3 smells phenomenal to me. It smells warm and bakery and banana bread and lovely. Lovely glass 3 down the hatch. Oh, okay. Ooh. Sometimes you can tell. Yeah, there it goes. Some whiskeys you can tell when there's going to be a turn. Like some of them just go straight back and it's like a single note. This one, I was anticipating it because I could feel it coming. Some airline pilots say that they feel turbulence before you actually feel turbulence. It's like there's a little bit of a weird feeling when you fly that once you know what that feeling is, you know that there's going to be turbulence coming in like a matter of seconds. And I guess the more you fly, the more you know that feeling. The more you sip delicious bourbon, the more you understand a complex bourbon once it hits the palate, and it kind of goes and it flares up and then it dips, and you're like, oh shit, she's gonna come back strong. You know what I mean? Like an ex-girlfriend, and she finds out that you were talking with her sister, she just comes right back and knocks on that door. That's what this did. Left, then came right back. Just pounding away. Let me in. We need to talk. I'm like, that is good. Complex. Fantastic. Class number 3. All right. Moving on to glass 4. That sounds like 1920. Rick, 1920 is not in the... Arthur says, did you take your Z-Biotics tonight, bruh? Actually, to be totally honest, I did. I got a 6-pack. This will be my 4th Z-Biotic. My wife took one and then quit drinking immediately afterwards. So her experience is null. But I'm so far so good. We'll see what happens with that. And this isn't me blowing smoke or saying buy their stuff, because I don't get there's no benefit to me for you actually buying their stuff, except for maybe they'd want to do like more videos with me in the future. I don't get a kickback or any royalty. There's nothing like that. So I think it's basically I try to make videos that people will click on when I do videos for people like that, for companies like that. But my experience with Z-Biotics so far is when I've taken Z-Biotics and then the next morning I wake up and I'm like actually happier, if that makes sense. Not like I don't feel better, or like, because I don't normally feel bad after I drink whiskey at night unless I get totally smashed. But like I wake up the next morning just in a better mood, which is strange. So I don't know if it's like placebo or if it's actually providing me an enzyme in my stomach that the liver usually produces to help break down that nasty byproduct of alcohol throughout the night. Possibly, might be happening. I think it might be happening because I wake up smiling. Julie says, you can be the best male hug for Chrissy Newberry, and I'll be the best female hug. No need to fight. Oh, we're not fighting. We're hugging. Unless we want to hug with fights or fight with hugs. Matthew Miles, it was a pleasure meeting you as well, Matt. Till next time. Hey, why don't you get another T in your name, Mr. Miles? Come on. For the Matthews out there, do it. Dramhound, I'll be lurking. Just wanted to publicly state that I'm glad we were able to hang last week. Until next time, my man. Dude, Dramhound, you are... This is the kind of guy Dramhound is. And first of all, there was a time and place almost 3 years ago now where I did a live stream with the Bourbon Junkies when my channel had only a few hundred subscribers, and the Bourbon Junkies had maybe a couple thousand at that point. But we live streamed together, and they basically took me off air and told everybody in chat that any super chats that night they were gonna basically give to me. And that's super phenomenal, super nice, right? Like, what a couple of friggin' guys. Dramhound was like, you know what, I'll match that. That's the type of guy Dramhound is. So all like the super chats that night a few years ago, the Junkies were like, this is for you, Matt. And I was like, that's amazing. And then Dramhound was like, I'm the kind of guy who will match that because I just love love, and I love Dramhound. Also the kind of guy that this past weekend, I wake up to a text message from Dramhound on Friday morning, which is after the first night. And he says, case of water outside your door. And not only me, but others as well. You know how hard it is to buy a case of water nowadays and just carry it yourself for yourself? It's hard. Dramhound's the kind of guy who's like, you know what? I know how hard it is, and I'll do it for others. So I stayed hydrated and motivated all weekend thanks to Dramhound. What glorious bugger. Oh, Bubble bath bourbons in the house. You know, he looks like basically naked. And I'm sure that that would do it for some people. But we took pictures together, and he's basically naked. Let's just face it. I kind of wish, I was kind of jealous. It was warm that day. I should have taken off all my clothes. But people take pictures of naked people, and I give him a lot of credit because he didn't give a crap about nothing. He had a freaking duck Speedo on. Incredible. Incredible man. Chrissy Newberry, he is from Ohio, so was educated in Michigan. Can't knock him for his parents' education. Oh, well, I mean, you know, give him an extra T. Give him, you know what? Derek Gasser, his parents, they give him the benefit of the entire alphabet. They're like, how do you want to spell Derek, hun? And hun was like, I think we just throw everything in there. So many letters in that name. I thought Derek was Derek. Not according to the Gasser family. Rob D, what in there? That's a crazy super chat. What the heck? Cheers, Matt. Hopped on YouTube one day for a quick whiskey review, and you got me hooked on the real whiskey tube. Dude, Rob D, that's incredible. Thank you so much for saying that's super, super nice. What video was it? Curious. Thank you for that nuts super chat. Thank you. But I'm just curious, what video was it? Dramhound is a great guy. He's a great, great man. Is he great in stature? Some would say that. He's also just a great man. Michael Gibson, cousin of the great Kirk Gibson, brother of one Mel Gibson. Super generous just because. Mojo88 is fried. That's incredible. Bob Belkovac, if you got naked, I'm sure your subs would double 80% rise in female viewers. Bob Belkovac, I don't quite think you understand how subscriptions work. Or how eyes work, for that matter. This is phenomenal. Glass 4 smells like a Twin Bing candy bar from Iowa. Wow. Glass 4 is very good. This is, I don't know what the word omnipresent means, if it is a word, but if it were a word, this is the all-seeing, omnipresent bourbon of this Julie like Wheel of Confusion tonight, because it is just delicious tasting. And by tasting, I mean smelling. Wow. Oak, cherry. Like, there might be even like a little coconut in there, which is strange. This is like an extremely boozy cherry candy bar. It's like German chocolate cake, but like worth all the Deutschmarks. It smells so good. Let's put it down the hatch, glass 4. Ooh. Oh, wow. Huh. Very good. Oh, the finish, though. That finish, though, keeps going. I was expecting glass 4 to be just like ramped up energy-wise, just like a problem, you know? Like Dennis the Menace, just throwing a fit in my mouth. But it was actually very easy sipping. It was delicate for what the nose was like. This is gonna be one cherry pie, like the song, just like a little bit crazy, but the palate very gentle and delicious. That is very good. I like that a lot. Toshi Bake is in the house. What's up, Toshi Bake? Horses and Bourbon. What's going on? Open to the larceny, and I don't know how I feel about it yet. So I will be reviewing it very soon. Thank you for that bottle. I appreciate it. Jamie Hall. Oh. Hmm. You know, I don't know. I can't get into it. Even if I were from Ohio, I don't know if I could do it. I'm just more of a, what do you call it? There's the people who like to talk to a bunch of people who are X, and then there are the, you know what I mean. I'm just not the kind of guy to yell IO if somebody were to yell OH. Just not that kind of guy. Getting punked on the Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel. Everybody who bought one got punked, for sure. Suzzle says, ladies of ADHD Whiskey, we could start a Facebook page and I don't know, maybe we'll have 4. And I could probably name them off of one hand, which would make sense because 4. Is that coconut? No, it's oconut. Mojo, you are baked, brother. I freaking love you. Mojo literally came up to me and was like, hey, I'm Mojo. And I looked at him and I was like, hell's yeah, you are. Wearing a fishing hat with shades, beard and mustache 7 layers deep. Could hardly see his face. He might have been wearing waders and a camouflage shirt. Can't remember. That seems about right. Beautiful man. Quelly Walker, what is the absolute best bourbon you've ever tasted? King of Kentucky? And that's, I've had a couple King of Kentuckys that were just insane. Like, insane. The Heaven Hill 17 is right there with it. The Heaven Hill 17 is like an extraordinary bourbon, but I think that the King of Kentucky, like we're talking everything, every flavor that you could ever want in a bourbon magnified to like just to the millionth power. It's like you can't get any more flavor, and the flavor that's there is perfect. So yeah, King of Kentucky. I've had some great Dusties. I've had some very good Wild Turkeys. They're phenomenal. Some really, really, really good aged MGP. But I think that the absolute best bourbon I've ever tasted, King of Kentucky. And one day I will own a bottle. And by one day, I mean it won't happen, but I'm going to keep saying one day. Old Man Bourbon, bottoms up, Matt. I have a chance to buy an Old Carter release just for the Mid-Atlantic. BS of 3 different barrels. BS of 3 different barrels. $350 worth the risk. Chance to buy an Old Carter release for just the Mid-Atlantic. Oh, barrel strength? Or BS of a batch of 3? Oh, probably just a batch of 3 different barrels, a blend. Worth the risk. $350 for, is it bourbon? I mean, I have no idea because I don't. $350 for a bottle is a lot for me. I've never paid $350 for a bottle of bourbon. That all depends on like what that means. Like I couldn't do it. Personally, I couldn't take a chance on something I've never tasted to pay that much money for it. If that's like something you do often, then sure, absolutely. Old Carter, like the Carters kick ass. They're amazing. If that's something you never ever do, then I would say probably don't do it because there's a chance that you might not like it, or it might be a different flavor profile than you enjoy. And you just spent $350, probably plus tax, on something that you don't want to have buyer's remorse over. $350 is a lot of money. I mean, I don't have to say that, but it's a lot of money. Julie, Der Gasser, you spelled his name right with all the letters, is related to Nancy Fraley? No, that's incredible. Through marriage. Found that out last night. Kind of feel like the Gassers need special titles. Yeah, they're not even. Like Sir Derek and Lady Ashley, just saying, no. They just came and defeated me in cornhole and then just now they're going to get special titles? Absolutely not. No way. Derica can go back to wherever he came from and just, I don't know. I think they cheated. Pretty sure they cheated. Toshi Bake. This smells phenomenal. Glass 5. Wow. Ooh, glass 5 is maybe the best nose of the bunch so far. I think glass 4 was also phenomenal on the nose. Or did I just, dang it. Did I already do 5? Crap. Got too busy talking. Was 4 the cherry one? Well, I lost track. So there's that. Dumb hatch. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay, 5 is ridiculous. I don't think I didn't taste 5 yet. There's no way. Wow. 5 is a chocolate cherry malted, like a malted shake. Like a, what do you call it? There's like a malted milk ball kind of thing there with cherry and chocolate, and goodness gracious, that is good. I think 5 so far is in the lead. 5 has got to be in the lead. 4 was really good. 1 was really good. I don't know if 2 and 3 are in the running. I don't think so. 5, 1, and 4 maybe so far. You got to do number 6 and we'll talk. Toshi Bake says evening and cheers. Matt, nice lineup you got there tonight. I just popped to Heaven Hill 17, you son of a bitch. Coming for you, Toshi Bake. I'm taking that bottle. Just kidding. And am sipping that. Quite nice. It's not quite nice. It's phenomenal, Toshi. Come on, my brother. You catch the Usman-Edwards fight? Actually, we did. It was myself, Cameron from Drums and Rams, Shayla, Whiskey Central, Kira, and David from Shelf Turds. The Vascos were there, and a man named Ogre. And we watched the fight. The last bit of the co-main event, the Luke Rockhold fight, and then we watched the main event together. And wow, what a great fight. That was a great fight. Shocking ending. Insane to see Usman slept with a head kick in the last minute of the fight. Yeah, I think everybody, I would say if you surveyed 100 people who watched that fight, 99 of them would say that they watched that head kick live, and only about 14% of them actually, I think everyone kind of tuned out at that point. I thought it was a liver kick. I thought he kicked him in the body. And I was like, he kicked him in the body. No, it was his neck. He kicked him right in the neck. Robotic, I'll bite. What hooked me was your Evan Williams white label review dubbed "Somebody Has to Tell the Truth." Love the candid talk. Also great thumbnail. Thank you. That was an oldie. That's an oldie. People still comment on that video today. And they're like, you are wrong. She's my cherry pie. Sweet surprise. Yeah, that's just a good song. Make a grown man cry. Sweet cherry pie. Oh, yeah. That is what some doctors would call a strip club song, I believe. Arthur Hughes is in the house. Mark Vasco, another man who was there watching the fight. Introvert, that's one. Oh, wow, we're way behind. Come on, Porter, catch up. Not sure either. Looking forward to your thoughts. Horses and bourbon. Oh, the larceny. Way behind is Matt. Scrolling through ever so quickly. Fat Mall up in this B. Sorry, I just got here. Is there a giveaway? If not, enjoy this. So I was gonna do one, but I have I think 3 packages yet to send out, and I'm not gonna do another giveaway until I get everybody what they are waiting for. So I just couldn't do it. I was going to, but then I was like, you know what, Matt? Get everybody what they're already owed, and then continue on. So maybe next week. Next week for sure. We'll do one next week. Fat Mall. Thank you, Fat Mall, for the super chat. I appreciate it. Go OnlyFans, says Pigfoot. Let's see. What Toshi spoil? Oh, the fight? I don't know. Chrissy, I think, didn't you feel that? I think you felt that Saturday, Chrissy, not Sunday. Bubble bath. That dude's mouth spun all the way around his head like a cartoon. Are you talking about Sean when he saw you in the Speedo on Saturday? I think I saw his head do that too, Bubble Bath Bourbon. Pretty sure I saw that too. If anybody notices Independent Joe not in chat tonight because I let him down, I guarantee to win in the cornhole competition. And Sir Derica and Lady Ashley Gasser defeated us. So Independent Joe unsubscribed. He told me. Chrissy, we are about 3.5 hours west of Parker, Aurora. Wow, 6 is good too. 6. There are a few of these that smell very similar, which makes sense, I think. Maybe not, but 6 smells really good. 6 is more baked goods. 6 is more baked goods with like maybe a strudel or like an apple cinnamon. Wow. The nose on glass 6 is really, really good. Not a lot of oak, but a lot of other great notes that I really enjoy. The apple, the cinnamon, the spice. It's like a sweet, what do you call it? You ever get like the breakfast muffins that have like the apple cinnamon in it and they got the crunchies in it? That's kind of what it is. Can't remember what it's called though. I don't know. If dang it. I can't think, talk, and smell at the same time. What's the stuff called? Apple. It's not apple pie. It's the other one with like the toppings on top, like the crunchiness. Oh, dang. Wow. Okay, 6 is very good too. Holy crap, this is going to be an impossible flight to just... There's no losers here. 6 is phenomenal. 5 is phenomenal. 4 is phenomenal. I need to rule some of these out. I'm going to go back to 2 and 3 to see if I can rule those out. Nick Foles, No Hands is a strip club classic at this point. Girl, the way you moving got me in a trance. DJ, turn it up. Ladies, DJ, turn it up. Ladies, it's your trance. I'ma drink Moscato while you do it with no hands. Girl, drop it to the floor. I don't know where I'm moving on. That's just a good song. I screwed it up though. It's just a good jam. 315 in chat still. Thank you everybody for being here. I appreciate the heck out of you. Nicholas Jones. You son of a bitch. It was a pleasure meeting you last weekend. Keep up the awesome picks. Dude, Nick, thank you so much for first of all being phenomenal, being an amazing human. Second of all, being extremely good looking. And third of all, Nick brought a World's Top Whiskey Taster Bardstown pick to the bottle share, which was extremely nice. There are 2 of those bottles of the bottle share, both of them empty by the end of the bottle share. So I appreciate the heck out of you, man. You're the best. And is he the best head shaver in the planet? I'd say so. I let him shave my head. Wonder if Sean still has his tips. Hopefully he still has his tips just blonde. He looked good. Sean looked really good. If you haven't seen pictures, Sean looked like a prime Nick Lachey except for like half the weight. Ashley says, "Bye, y'all took down the Sag." Oh, yeah, I took down the Sagamore guys. No problem. Actually, they did put up a bit of a fight. Brian Tracy put up a bit of a fight. But I think he was just feeling bad for us, you know? Chrissy says, didn't drink much on Friday and did pretty good Saturday until that night. Then the gloves were off and it was time to party. You could say that you partied a bit. A bit, I would say. Quick pick, Disco 4, Angels MV 2021, Knob 15 or Stag Junior Batch 17, trying to stay up. Oh, Lucky 7, Lucky 14. Let's do, you know what? Angels MV 2021. Is that the cask strength? Do that. Do that for sure. Even though we're late. Probably already chose. All right, I got to do 2 and 3 and 4. I got to start ruling some of these out here. Even though they're all phenomenal. Whoops. 2 people brought them. Both were gone quick. Everyone knows how good they are. Whatever, Nick. I mean, I was like super, what's the word? Flattered is, I guess, the word you would use. Just the amount of people that came up and said, great job, and they loved it. A couple people were like, it's the best thing I tasted tonight. And I was like, well, you're full of shit, but thank you for being full of shit towards me. If anybody disliked it, they didn't tell me. So that was nice of them. All right, this is glass 2. Bruzel's here? No. Is Bruzel really here? I don't see no Bruzel. There's no Bruzel. I was looking, I don't see no Bruzel. All right, this is glass 2. All right. Glass 2 is good. But after tasting the other ones, it doesn't quite hold up to the other ones. It's very good. But the other ones are more special. Like I said, these are special bourbons to me. I just wanted to drink good stuff tonight, like some of the best stuff I have. So that's what we're doing. And ROSCOE Shorty, put it on me. Yeah, please. I'm going ham upgrade to bologna, please. I think. Toshi, pretty sure. Yeah, the Davilars took like the extended route home, huh? Like the long way. Bruzel is here. Bruzel, you bugger. That's the best whiskey I ever had with Pepsi. Bruzel drank some phenomenal bourbons with Pepsi and then ran out of Pepsi and had to use wild cherry Pepsi instead. One of them actually was a very good, it might have been a rye. Can't remember. But we were all just sipping out of Bruzel's wild cherry Pepsi cup because one of them was phenomenal with wild cherry Pepsi. If you're not following Bruzel, make sure you subscribe. He has a YouTube channel. He's also huge on TikTok. Bruzel is hilarious. He reminds me of what I want myself to be. And even taller, a taller man than that. Okay, we're going to 3. See if we can rule 3 out. Mark Emenecker is here. Mark Emenecker wore the shirt with all the upside down pineapples on it. And then somebody told him what that meant. And he was like, oh, well, I guess I learned that today. It's all right, Mark. But I'm pretty sure you were fibbing. Okay. Glass 3. Very good. Also not as good as some of the other ones I tasted. But I think I'm going to put glass 3 ahead of glass 2. For sure. Well, I don't know. I might revisit that matchup. I might revisit 3 and 2. Chrissy says, your bar sound was the best nose of the night out of 400 plus bottles. Chrissy, if you nosed 400 plus bottles, then you are the real MVP. Most valuable friggin' player. But thank you for saying that. I tasted it blind 2 weeks ago and surprised myself with how much I enjoyed it. But I appreciate that's super, super cool of you to say. I feel weird about it though. Because I feel like everyone's just being nice to me because, they feel like they have to be. Like, I don't know. I can't say it publicly. I went asked the Bourbon Junkies in Klein one night a question that they answered falsely. And I'd ask everyone in chat the same thing, but I would probably get canceled. So we're not going to go there. Matthew Miles with 1T. Oh, and your rare character pick was badass. like that a lot. Where can I get a bottle? They gone. They're all gone. There's gonna be a in around Christmas time, all the picks that I've done between the Christmas in July and Christmas, the spare bottles that Ryan and Bourbon Outfitter didn't have to send to people for, like, broken bottles and shipment and stuff like that. The leftover bottles that they have will go on sale. We're going to do like the Christmas at Christmas thing, kind of like the Christmas in July thing. So there will be some available there for sure. While we're on that note, upcoming barrel picks, there will be an Obtainium 15-year or 16-year light whiskey that's coming up. A Remus pick that's going to be a Hawaiian Punch themed one. It's Hawaiian Punch. He adored Hawaiian Punch, Mr. Deeds. There is the Starlight, which is called Red Panty Night. That is the Pinot de Saron finished bourbon. That's lights out, like probably one of the best things I've ever picked. And then an 8-year MGP from Backbone. I might be missing something, but that's kind of what's on the radar so far. Sorry I'm late. It's okay, Bruzel. You gigantic, lovely bugger. Mark says, glad he got 2. Yeah, dude, that rare character rye, if you love rye, you'll love it. Like, if you're a big rye fan, for sure. Starlight is underrated. Not only just, like, their bourbon, but, like, the entire thing. Dramhound, sign me up for everything Obtainium. All right, well, we'll do that. Dramhound. All right, Swirling Glass 1, we're going to go back. Rita said Hawaiian Punch for Takara Gold earlier in High C. What the heck's Takara Gold? Wow, Glass 1. I think Glass 1 was like the spicy leather one. Let's taste it. Huh. That's strange. Glass 1 is good. The nose is better than the palate. Like, obviously, I mean, when I say these are good, when I say it's good, I mean, these are all really good. Just like, I honestly put some of my favorite bourbons in the garage in this flight. So when I say it's good, that means it's good compared to the rest of them. Oh god, a beard hair in my mouth. Another one. There's something, I didn't give this the first step through, but there's something a little bit like ethanol-like and astringent on the back of the palate that I didn't get the first time around, but this time I was very apparent. And I love this bourbon, but like that's going to cancel out its chances to win. So we're going to put it towards the back and move forward. Let's move forward to 4, 5, and 6, to the ones that really kind of shined. They shined bright like a diamond. Julie L., what the heck is that all about? I don't even want to read it. All I want to do is shoot you and Dan in the face with a friggin' bourbon cannon that says, why are you doing this? Still don't like the Clearwater. Now you know it's not just about being nice to you. That's okay. I mean, the Clearwater was a 9-year? Yeah, because the name of the pick, the sticker was going to be not quite 10-year with the picture of Shook on it. That's fine, but you don't have to super chat that. Holy good grief, Julie, damn it. I love you. So Dan and Julie sent, I'm going to cry. I'm not going to cry. Don't cry, Matt. They sent flowers and a teddy bear to my daughter when she was in the hospital. She got it yesterday. And they had, like, my daughter's, her pulse got so high. Like, every time that her fever increased, like every 4 hours, her temp would go up to, like, the 102 range. But then with that, her pulse just increased like crazy. So it was like a few times like over 200 and just super scary, right? Well, in order to combat that, I think that's what you would say, combat that, in order to like fight that, they were, antibiotics and like, Tylenol or ibuprofen to get the fever down, but they were just trying to give her a lot of fluids. But at some point, you just have too much fluid. And so she was like overpacked with fluids. So she started to like get swelled up, and they had to stop giving her fluids. Well, um, Dan and Julie sent her a bouquet of flowers and chocolate and then a huge soft teddy bear. And the best part about the teddy bear is it had a big fat stomach on it. It's super awesome. But my daughter's like her face, like she's trying to smile, but like her face is super like swollen from all the fluids. So she's just like, I don't know, she's just fighting. Just like the smile was so big that she fought through the, I don't know. It was the best. So Dan and Julie, thank you for that. You literally lit up her world yesterday and made her so happy. And you never ever cease to amaze us with your generosity and your love. And fucking thank you. Because you literally like helped. That just was amazing. And there's that. And I'm gonna cry. Andrew, Patrick, loving me some beautiful Four Roses. Cheers, y'all. I have a thing to say. Am I the okay? Yeah, I don't know if I want to go there, but I'm gonna go there. I've got a couple samples of the 2021 Four Roses LE. Now, people might just tell me I'm crazy and literally just bail when I say this and be like, I'm not going to trust a word he says. I've never had a lot of the other years, the LEs from the other years. I've never had a bottle of any of the Four Roses LEs, but Cameron, I think I've had the 2021 at Dan and Julie's, but Cameron sent me an ounce of the 2021 LE. And then Dwayne and Zoe Clo, they gave me a 2-ounce sample of it. So I had 3 ounces of it. And then last night, I was like, I want to taste that with a clear palate all by itself. I want to see what this is all about. So I poured Cam's sample. And I was underwhelmed. I was like, what like this doesn't taste like a special bourbon to me. It doesn't taste like something that I understand it's very sought after, but the 2021 LE, for some reason to me, doesn't taste like a special bourbon. Am I the only one, or am I absolutely crazy? Sorry, Grease. Sorry, Kyle Bourbon Blind. Sorry, Cam, since you sent it. But at the same time, what the heck? I didn't think it was phenomenal. Thought it was good. Thought it was really good, but all right. Justin Kim, I know you're a Better Call Saul fan. How did you like the finale? Also, you're doing the UFC thing again this year. Yes, I'm going to do the Ultimate Fighting Championship for Patreon. I'm going to do that. I'm putting it in my head and figuring it out now. Like, I'm going to send out a thing to patrons very soon about the Ultimate Fighting Championship. The finale for Better Call Saul, no spoilers, but I really enjoyed it. I think that it worked really well. I think that it made a lot of sense, and I loved it. The entire 6th season of Better Call Saul was great. A lot of twists, a lot of turns, a lot of what have yous. Man, just season 1 to season 6, just the slow building. A lot of people didn't like how slow that season was. A lot of people were like, it's too slow moving, because they're used to Breaking Bad where there's action, 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 where this is more character development based, and you're really getting to know people and getting to love them and like understanding them. And then like the 5th and 6th season happens and shit kind of hits the fan. Just amazing friggin' work. Vince Gilligan and Peter Gould, the producer, just the people who made that TV show, phenomenal. So I'll watch anything that they do. So good. Horses and bourbon. 3 boys and a daughter. Sucks to see them in pain. So happy she's feeling better. Yeah, she's doing good. She ate 2 hot dogs tonight, which was great because she didn't eat shit the rest of the day today. She's your herself. Oh, thanks, Matt Wilson. The second. All right. Glass 4. Wow. Glass 4 is a little bit more cookie dough. Wow, this happened last time. The last time I did a flight, I started getting cookie dough. I remember now. Oh boy. Oh boy. I think, we'll see here. Didn't knock my socks off. Good, not great. That's kind of. Whiskey Central just started season 2. If anybody's watching Better Call Saul, like they haven't watched it and they're just starting it and they feel like it's too slow, just keep watching. Keep power through it. If you feel like it's just too slow of a burn, just keep going because the payoff is worth it for sure. Only parents know 2 hot dogs is a win. 1 hot dog would have been a win, Rob, but 2 is incredible. All right, let's see. I think my palate. I'm sad Saul ended, but I hope they leave it alone now. No more spinoffs. Well, Adam, part of me agrees and part of me disagrees because I think that the Better Call Saul, like Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, they were both home runs. They both did so well. It's like almost like you kind of have to trust them at this point. If they wanted to do another spinoff with, they could do a Kim spinoff. They could do a Howard spinoff. They could do geez Louise, Los Pollos Hermanos. They could do so different characters. They could do spinoffs, and it would still be great. Like I'd trust them. I would watch it for sure because I don't think that they would do it if they weren't going to do it right. And all the writers on that show, and it's all fun. Like they all do so good. It's always so well produced and so well written. Just a great show. It's hard to watch because I love Dexter. I love Dexter. My wife and I watched Dexter and loved it. And then we watched the final season's train wreck and we're like, what in the hell happened? And then Dexter New Blood came on and we were like, let's watch Dexter New Blood and train wreck. Like there are levels to the game. Like Dexter would be phenomenal if the correct writers were writing these stories. Like the idea was phenomenal. The acting was great, but the writing, like, what are we doing? And that's coming from a guy who's never written anything except for like a fake note to a teacher from my mom. Okay, glass 5 is again above and beyond. Have some water here. This is difficult. The second run through a 6 pour flight makes everything seem like you don't know what you're doing anymore. I might have to revert back to my first go around when I was thinking there. My palate might be in trouble. Punted on Better Call Saul for that exact reason. Oh, the slow moving stuff. Yeah, it's all about character development. Season 3 of Better Call Saul, getting hooked. Oh yeah. So season 4, more slow burn. Season 5, you're gonna get some good stuff, but then also some slow burn in it. But it keeps ramping up, and then it just gets so freaking good. 290 in chat. Sorry, I was talking about Better Call Saul. Lalo Salamanca is phenomenal. Lalo send you? Wasn't me. It was Ignacio. 140.2 proofers have no mustard. What are we talking about? 140 proofs. Chefs on table. A Mike spinoff would be phenomenal. A Lalo spinoff would be, dude. So Lalo, the actor's name. If I hadn't been drinking, I could just spit out the actor's name who played Lalo. A Lalo spinoff would be phenomenal. A Mike spinoff would be more difficult because of the age thing, but I'm sure they get around it. Nobody even cares. Gustavo, that's right. Gustavo Fring. Character has been developed, but I'd watch the spinoff because they kind of they didn't really say like what he did in Chile, like because in Breaking Bad they kind of brought up what like he had a different life before he came to the States, and they never really got into that. Wow. Tell Miley Mr. Dan has all the gems hidden and waiting for her to find for her next visit and give both girls big hugs. We are going to bed to recover now. Good night, everyone. Good night, Julie. Love you guys. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Yeah, Nick Brandt. Vince Gilligan is doing something new. I think he's shopping around a new show. But I mean, if they chose to do something else in the Breaking Bad universe, I'd watch it. Obviously. Oh my gosh. Michael, no spoilers. No spoilers, Michael, but you are correct. All right, glass 6. Good grief. Wow. 6 and 5 are so freaking good. Crap. I think 6 pours might be just too many to taste at this proof to get this absolutely right. I think that the bottom 3 are fine. The top 3 are more difficult. Let's go to 4. Okay. 4 doesn't hold a candle to 5 or 6. The problem is 5 or 6 the winner? That's what's hard to say. Good night, Dan. Mojo. I know Gilligan's Island was a show. Who's Barry Baderneth? Also a good show. All right, let's have one sip of water. I'm going to do an A/B on one, and then we are going to pick a winner, go through the results, and then actually in 14 minutes, my daughter is due for her antibiotic. Almost 2 owl hairs, y'all. Hats off. Hanging tough. Class 5. We all know the rules. 1 sip of water, 1 sip. Whatever, Dave Portnoy. Does anybody else, when they eat pizza, take a bite out of the pizza and then a bite out of the crust like Portnoy, or just me? Because I do it. Man. These are all good. These are all very good. And I'm going to be totally honest here. I have zero clue which one is which at this point. No idea. Five and 6 are fighting for first place. No, this can't be true. Did I honestly do this? This is dumb. I started doing that for a while. I can't help it. Save the crust, dip it in the ranch. Good night, Chrissy. Thank you for being here. It was nice, it was super nice meeting you guys. Chrissy and Matt, what a power couple. Just you and Dave. Thanks, Bruzel. Son of a bitch. Look at the undercarriage. Yeah. All right, we're about to get out of here. We have, 12 minutes left before I need to provide an antibiotic. So, I need to find out if 3 or 4 is better, first of all. So after I do a flight like this, a predominant note of cookie dough just starts becoming so there. That means my palate's shot. Yeah, my palate's shot. There's no getting around it. I tried to do this slowly, but then it's weird because like you train your palate, but if you don't do it often enough, like a big flight like this, or just multiple things, it goes away really quickly. So as I'm starting to nose these, I'm starting to realize that we ran into a problem. A lot of people will do something like this and then not tell you. They'll be like, yeah, I'm starting to think this or that. I'm going to be honest. If I start to smell cookie dough on every single whiskey and I didn't smell that the first time through, we got a problem. We got a bit of an issue here. Make a last minute switch. But we almost had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But we didn't. So let's just do this. These are all phenomenal whiskeys. They're all phenomenal bourbons. I love all of these. Would I take this order with a grain of salt? For sure. Absolutely. I think that, to be totally fair, in this blind flight, I would say this. Last place and second to last, I'm pretty cemented on that. They didn't quite put up the stank needed to really fight for the best. Also, first and second place, I feel very confident in those two, saying that those two, they could be flip-flopped on this occasion, but those two were honestly the best 2 out of this flight. In the middle, I have no idea. We're no idea. So those could be flip-flopped as well. But I'm very confident to say that what came in 5th and 6th place, if I were to retaste these, would never come in 1st or 2nd. And what came in 1st or 2nd tonight would never come in 5th or 6th, if that makes sense. Spleeto, you demand, also says stank. Jamie House says the stank. Oh, because I said, yeah, stank. Anywho, let's do this. Let's figure out which ones is the best. Brian Mack, what about that Heaven Hill 17? Wow, I tried it at a bar. Man, it's something else. Right? It's a dream bottle right there. That's a dream bottle. King of Kentucky, number 1. Heaven Hill 17, number 2. Those are my 2 dream bottles at this point. Bill Kavanaugh says hashtag WTWT. I don't know. We'll see. Let's find out. And by the way, I just love all these. Like, I picked these bourbons because I love them so much. So that's why I did this flight tonight, because I needed to have a nice little pick-me-up. And guess what? It worked. I'm super happy now. All right, in 6th place, but by no means even anywhere, like in 6th place out of my favorite bourbons, is glass number 1. And glass number 1 is letter E. What was letter E? Somebody out there is shifting at red line. I think that I was told that there was a key sent to me. Choose which apps to use in Gmail. Nah, we're good. Cancel. Let's see here. I did not get. Nothing. I'm looking now. Social? Nope. Nothing. She didn't send me nothing. What the heck? Well, whatever. E. Let's see. Oh, Whiskey Central. There it is. Boom. Thank you so much, Shayla. Shayla's still here. Everybody, for Shayla. If you are not subscribed to Whiskey Central, then we're no longer friends. Subscribe to Whiskey Central. She's going live tomorrow. She goes live on Saturdays, and she has a blast. She has so much fun, and we all love to watch. Thank you, Shayla. E was the Madison Journey Old Forster pick. Going into this, I said that I thought it was at a disadvantage because it was younger than the rest. So that makes sense. Is it still phenomenal? Yeah, it's very good. But in this fight, it was up against some older, stiffer competition. And, usually older doesn't mean stiffer, but in this case it does. 5th place is Glass 2. And Glass 2 is A, which is, the Lucky 7 Proprietor, which is not my favorite single barrel from them. This one was barrel number 7, 118.6 proof. All right. Like I said, those two could have been flip-flopped, but that was just the order for tonight. So there are other proprietor single barrels, the 14-year ones, that are lights out, like incredible. Like I didn't give the single barrel a score when I reviewed it because they're single barrels and they vary so much. This one is very good. It's a great bourbon, but it's not like at the incredible level that some of them are. So that's what happened there. 4th place is Glass 4, which is letter F, which is a 4-gate Indiana Foundation. So the 10-year 4-gate was sent to me from Dan and Julie. It's Indiana Foundation 10-year MGP batch number 22, 108.8 proof. 3rd place is Glass 3, which is letter C. And letter C is Kentucky Owl Bourbon Batch 10. So this is what happened. This is kind of funny. I'll tell you a little story. Kentucky Owl Bourbon Batch 9 has been the best bourbon that I've ever owned. The best bourbon I've ever owned. My favorite bourbon, the best bourbon ever. I loved it so much. And if I put it up in a blind against any bourbon, I said that Kentucky Owl Bourbon Batch 9 was my favorite. And it always won. It beat everything if I put it up against it. But then this happened. I got the Bourbon Junkie Stag Junior pick. And I literally texted Dan and Sean and I said this. Your Stag Junior pick is the best bourbon I own. It's the best bottle I own. I said that. I said that to them. I guess tonight we're going to find out because I don't own a better bourbon than one of these two. These are my two favorite bourbons. Their Stag Junior pick versus Kentucky Owl Bourbon Batch 9. Which one is my literal favorite? We're about to find out. And it came down to this. Son of a bitch. Incredible. The suspense is killing me. But also, not really. But at the same time, Dixon Deadman versus Buffalo Trace. Let's find out. What I did was this. I think we're down to the final two. I think it's worth a retaste. Well, you know what? No, it's not fair. That's not fair. Because now knowing the two bottles involved in this final, if I were to taste them again and then possibly flip-flop, I think that would be unfair because I would know flavor profiles of the final two. So I can't do that. I have to go with my gut and with what I said was my favorite before we're at this point. So we're at glasses 5 and 6. I said glass 5 was in second place and glass 6 was in first place. Going into this tasting, totally blind, did not know which one was which. But these two, like I said earlier, were standouts. Above and beyond, obviously first and second place. These two were amazing. Let's find out the winner. We could do the runner-up, but that doesn't make sense. That's not fun. Let's find out the winner. Oh, and wow, my daughter is due for her antibiotic, so I'm going to find the winner here, and then we're going to say goodbye because it's time for her medicine. The winner is in glass 6, and the winner is glass letter D. Oh, so close, Bourbon Junkies. So close. Kentucky Owl Bourbon Batch 9 is a mother effer. Because their Stag Junior pick is crazy. Crazy good. It's crazy good. Jeez Louise. All right, well, I guess in a totally blind flight where my palate went out at the end, Kentucky Owl Bourbon Batch 9 still undefeated. Still undefeated, Kentucky Owl. It's a hell of a pick, though. That Stag Junior pick is crazy good. If you ever come across a Kentucky Owl Bourbon Batch 9 and it is in the $300 price range, my recommendation to you is buy. Like NSYNC or Backstreet Boys or 98 Degrees. Whoever sang that song, Bye. That's what I'm talking about. That's Robbie, I have always liked Kentucky Owl Batch 9. But listen, in this flight, I didn't know which one was which. I had no clue. But there were two standouts, and those were the two. Batch 9 Owl and Stag Junior Junkies pick were crazy phenomenal. And I freaking love them things. They're so good. So good. Notice I didn't put any of my picks in this group because none of my picks would even hold a candle to any of these. So stinking good. Give my girl a hug from grandma with her meds. Love you. Good night. Love you, Mom. Yeah, she's going to get 7 milliliters of the good stuff, and that's about that. Derek says, interesting, I put Kentucky Owl 10 right above 9 and right below Cigar Batch 36. The few times I've done 9 and 10, 9 is always gone on top. So, I don't know. I mean, it's all, preference, of course. But, man, that 9 is crazy. Scissors, kick to the gizzard, says Ryan. All right. I love you guys so much. I need to go give my child her medicine. That's what comes first. I love you so much. 2 hours of just having great conversation, drinking great whiskey. I love you so much. If I was off my game tonight, I promise you next week, unless shit hits the fan even worse, I'll be back to normal. It's just been a wicked, wicked few days. I love you all so much. So friggin' much. Anywho, my name is Matt. This is ADHD Whiskey, and like I always say, keep your head in the clouds, but your mind. Thrasher, I love you so much. You son of a bitch. By the way, the 200 or 350 milliliter bottle of craft bourbon you gave me from New York broke in my suitcase. I thought it was a Weller full proof, but it was not. It was whatever you gave me in the small bottle. So I'm not sure if that's good or bad, but it happened. Sorry, Thrasher. Keep your head in the clouds, but your mind on having an open wound and taking care of it. Not going to gymnastics or jujitsu or wrestling. Keeping your hands off of the mat. And when I say mats, I don't mean me, because keep your hands on me. Because I'm just a lovely place to put hands. But a gymnastics mat or a jujitsu mat or a wrestling mat harbor bacteria that could be harmful for your health or your child's health. So any open wounds means no gymnastics or jujitsu or wrestling. And also keep your mind on watching Whiskey Central tomorrow on her live stream, where she talks about everything that has to do with fun and probably scotch, or maybe just fun, or maybe just scotch. But definitely tune in. And if you don't, that's a super bummer, and you should actually think about that for a good 45 minutes and then tell me what you thought about it. Have a good night, everybody. Love you so much. This was super fun. See you next week. Chicharlino is the best, and Jen. I love them too. Good night. Antibiotics. Kisses.